As Christians, we're called to give ourselves to God as a living sacrifice. The Apostle Paul helped us understand this truth in his letter to the believers in Rome. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable to God, which is your reasonable service. And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Romans 12:1 and 2. Living sacrifice is dying to self. So how do we truly present ourselves to God as a living sacrifice? In a nutshell, we must die to our prior selves. This concept is wonderfully presented in this anonymous poem. Here it goes. When you are forgotten, neglected, or purposely set at a gnaw, and you don't sting or hurt with the oversight, but your heart is happy being counted worthy to suffer for Christ. This is dying to self. When your good is evil spoken of, when your wishes are crossed, your advice disregarded, your opinion ridiculed, and you refuse to let anger rise in your heart or even defend yourself, but take it all in patiently, lovingly, silent. That is dying to self. When you lovingly and patiently bear any disorder, any irregularity, any annoyance, when you can stand face to face with waste, folly, extravagance, spiritual insensibility, and endure it as Jesus did, that is dying to self. When you are content with any food, any offering, any raiment, any climate, any society, any solitude, any interruption by the will of God, that is dying to self. When you never care to refer to yourself in conversation or record your own good works or itch after commendations, when you can truly love to be unknown, that is dying to self. When you can see your brother prosper and have his needs met, and can honestly rejoice with him in spirit and feel no envy, nor question God while your own needs are far greater and are in desperate circumstances, that is dying to self. When you can receive correction and reproof from one of the less statures than yourself, and can humbly submit inwardly as well as outwardly, finding no rebellion or resentment rising up within your heart, that is dying to self. Now, I know we all need to have work in some areas. I need a lot of work. Like I've told you before, I'm broken. But a lot of these I can honestly say that describes me. So all I can say to you guys is what Apostle Paul said. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies as a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable to God, which is your reasonable service. So let's make our bodies presentable to God as a living sacrifice. After all, Jesus was a living sacrifice for us, for all our sins. So take heed to this remark, to these advice, and I love you, brothers and sisters. And I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye-bye.